The phone rang at 7:12 a.m. I remember the time because I was already awake, staring at the ceiling, counting the cracks I'd memorized over years of insomnia. The ringtone cut through the quiet like a blade, too sharp for that hour. Her mother's name lit up the screen. I didn't answer at first. I already knew why she was calling. When I finally did, her voice collapsed into my ear. Wet, broken, apologetic for reasons she didn't understand yet. "She's being evicted," she said. "They changed the locks. Please, why would this happen?" I closed my eyes. 6 years of shared mornings, shared dinners, shared lies, and this was the first time I felt fully awake. Outside my window, the city moved like nothing had changed. Cars, horns, people with places to be. I listened to her mother cry and thought about the night before, the party, the laughter, the way my fiancée leaned into her friends and smiled. "If you were richer, I'd marry you." She'd said it like a joke. I'd laughed on cue. That laugh had been the sound of something dying quietly inside me. I didn't confront her that night. I watched. That's what I'd learned to do over the years. Observe the pauses, the micro-expressions, the moments where affection lagged half a second too long. Love doesn't disappear loudly. It erodes. The comment wasn't new, just louder. Money had always been the invisible third person in our relationship. She never accused me directly. She just compared, subtly. Her friends' partners, her co-workers' lifestyles, vacations I wasn't ready for, rings she pretended not to notice. But that night, something shifted. The joke landed too cleanly. Her friends went quiet for a breath too long. Then laughter, then relief. I smiled because I understood the truth she'd accidentally exposed. She wasn't unsure about marriage. She was unsure about me, unless I came with a higher price tag. And suddenly the late nights, the phone turned face down, the impatience when I talked about the future, none of it felt random anymore. I didn't accuse, I adjusted. I paid closer attention to patterns, checked dates against receipts, noticed how often girls' nights ended near expensive restaurants she claimed to hate. I never asked questions I didn't already know the answers to. I pulled records quietly, confirmed timelines, verified the names that appeared too often on her screen before being deleted. A coworker, older, recently promoted, married but wealthy. I stayed calm. That part terrified her the most, though she didn't know it yet. I continued playing the role she expected, the dependable fiancé with limited ambition. I listened while she complained about money stress in her apartment, the apartment I owned. She never knew I'd bought it under a holding company years ago, never questioned how the landlord never raised rent, never asked why repairs were immediate. She trusted her assumptions more than me, and I let her. The confirmation came quietly, a reservation confirmation forwarded accidentally. 2 names, 1 room, 1 weekend she'd claimed to be visiting her cousin. I didn't confront her immediately. I waited. When she came home, I handed her my phone. No anger, no accusation. "Is there anything you want to tell me?" I asked. Her face drained. She tried denial first, then tears, then explanations that contradicted themselves. I watched her unravel like I was observing weather, detached, analytical. She asked how I knew. I didn't answer. I didn't need to. The eviction wasn't impulsive. It was procedural. The lease ended, notice delivered, locks changed. Everything legal, everything clean. When she confronted me, eyes red, voice shaking, I told her the truth with surgical precision. I owned the apartment. Silence. "I wanted to see who you were when you thought I had nothing to offer but loyalty." Her mouth opened, closed. I continued. "You made your choice long before you joked about money. That joke just confirmed it." She cried harder then, begged, apologized, mentioned marriage like a bargaining chip. I felt nothing. Power isn't loud. It doesn't shout. It simply stops caring. After she left, I stood alone in my living room. The silence felt earned. I thought about the man I'd been, patient, hopeful, waiting for love to mature, and the man I was now. Some betrayals don't break you, they clarify you. Her mother never called again, neither did she. I didn't block the number, I just stopped answering. Because the opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference.